Yeah, I haven't found like super definitive or anything like that. It just said in kidney disease, urine, kind of take over and suppress the appetite. You're just eating less.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Kidney Coach YouTube channel. I am naturopath Fiona Chin, co-founder of Kidney Coach and Kaigenesis, our supplements designed for people people diagnosed with chronic kidney disease. And I'm joined again today by the lovely Lindsey Zirker. Lindsey is one of the head renal nutritionists at Kidney Nutritional Institute. She is a gem when it comes to all things autoimmune related and kidney disease. So any of those sort of things, she's your master there. But she's also a master in all things minerals and kidney disease and just minerals in general. So we've been slowly working our way through the minerals. I know Lindsey's she's like me, a ferocious studier and likes to go down rabbit holes, and then we have to pull her out after a little bit and say, Lindsey, come back to us. And then she tells us everything she found down the rabbit hole, which is what I love about her so much. So, Lindsey, thank you for being back on the podcast. Yeah, so first off, zinc. Tell me what, let's, for people out there that may not know anything about their minerals and things like that, give me the 101 on zinc.
Well, I think the reason that you and I love zinc so much, kind of like with magnesium, it's involved in so many different things. It's really a busybody. Um, so a lot of times people may think of it as like kind of the more primary roles we hear about is its role with supporting a healthy immune system, and then its role in helping with wound healing. But zinc does a lot more than that. It's really important for cell growth and division. It plays a role with our taste and smell, which I think a lot of people have also recognized with recent things going on. Um, it's really important for producing proteins and DNA synthesis. It helps with our metabolism in general functioning, and helps reduce oxidative stress. And also a recent one that I learned about in looking at the hormones and stuff, but uh, the the enzyme that helps your body regulate blood pressure, the ACE enzyme, it has zinc is a part of that. And so zinc plays a role with that. And I was like, well, who knew that zinc was, involved in blood pressure?
Let's dive straight into zinc and kidney disease. And I definitely want to talk about testing and all those sort of
Yeah.
things, how reliable they are, and then forms of zinc. But why would someone diagnosed with CKD be thinking about zinc as a potential thing for them to
Yeah.
think about?
There's definitely a few reasons. The biggest reason I think is because urinary zinc wasting is super, super common, even as early as stage 3. So you're just peeing out more zinc potentially. And
How does that
so,
happen with kidney disease? How's that part of it?
sorry, what was that you said?
How's that part of kidney disease? So is that just part of what happens because the kidneys have lost structure and
Mm.
integrity, that it's not it's an issue with reabsorption, or is that how that works? Or
Yeah, I haven't found like super definitive, like it's, lack of reabsorption or because, the filter is just, letting everything out willy-nilly. And I also didn't find anything that said it was specific for certain types of kidney disease, like if it's more common in um, diabetic nephropathy or IgA nephropathy or anything like that. It just said in kidney disease, urinary zinc wasting is common. And so I definitely think there's more, digging to be done there. But based on, symptoms that my patients deal with, if we ever have a chance to assess zinc, I'm like, yeah, I totally buy that.
fascinating. Okay, I interrupted
Yeah.
you. So
No,
zinc.
that's totally fine. So yeah, I don't have as many details as I would like on that. Um, but there's also other causes that people with kidney disease could have lower zinc levels. Um, if they have reduced appetite, like especially in the later levels of CKD where that uremic symptoms, kind of take over and suppress the appetite, you're just eating less. And then you're also probably not wanting to eat the foods that are high in zinc, or that are the most bioavailable or easily absorbed in zinc. which is, going to be your animal proteins. Interestingly, oysters are super good source of zinc, but like beef, chicken, and fish, when you don't feel good, those aren't typically the things that you crave. And then kind of going along with that, a lot of our patients that are trying to do conservative management, they're choosing lower protein diets, which by necessity means that you're having smaller portions of protein dense foods where that easily absorbable zinc is found. And so they're going to be at risk there. And then, of course, there could be medications. People are on. My favorite soapbox is omeprazole because I love to hate it so much. And you're just not going to have really good absorption of anything when you're on omeprazole. But, you do have to have stomach acid to help absorb that. And then it kind of becomes this, cycle where you have to have zinc to produce stomach acid. So if the omeprazole or other things cause you to not absorb zinc, then you're going to be even in more trouble because you can't produce stomach acid to help that if you don't have the zinc to do that. So, uh, yeah, so there's definitely a lot of reasons why zinc can be low in people who have kidney disease.
Thank you, Lindsay. That was educational as always. That's why I love catching up, because I always learn lots of new things. So thank you. If anyone's out there listening, thinking, oh my goodness, this woman is the mineral expert, I definitely need to chat to her. I will put the details in below, but kidneynutritionalinstitute.org, right? There you'll be able to find Jessie Anna and the team and all the amazing practitioners they have there. Lindsay being one of the head ones there, doing amazing work with people with chronic kidney disease, and obviously looking at minerals and very much treating you as a person and not a disease, and doing all the integrative testing. If you want to know more about what we do, you can head to www.kidneycoach.com, and you will find us on Instagram and Facebook under the same handles with Kidney Coach. Make sure you hit subscribe and like. That way you'll get notified anytime we put up new info. And if there are any questions you have for Lindsay or any other minerals you'd like her to talk about, and don't worry, we're going to plop our way through all these minerals here, please put some comments below and I will make sure to pass that on to the lovely Lindsay herself. Lindsay, thank you as always. Thank you for listening, and we look forward to chatting to you next time.